Hello, once again, Kenny Jacobs from Bloomington, Illinois. I'm a PGA teaching professional. In my channel, we'll do videos that talk both about how to improve your golf game, as well as being a Christian and living in the last days. I want to talk today about first tee jitters. That's something everybody faces if you play golf, getting nervous on the first tee, even if you're just out playing just a fun round of golf, let alone playing in a tournament. There's something about that first tee shot. And really, the biggest thing is you got to be prepared. You have to feel prepared. If at all possible, you want to get there a little bit early so you're not rushed. And you have a little bit of time to warm up. Hit a few balls on the range and not be in a hurry. When you rush to the first tee and your heart rate's a little bit fast and you're not loose, you definitely aren't going to feel prepared. And you're not going to feel like you're ready to hit that first tee shot. I like to go to the range and hit a few wedges and get my tempo nice and smooth. Feel good solid contact and focus on keeping my body under control, keeping my arms and body working together, keeping my knees, my lower body steady so I make good contact, and just feel what good rhythm and tempo feels like, and just get your muscles loose. Second thing is that you don't want to focus on what's around you. People have a tendency to get on the first tee and worry about the people that are around the first tee watching them hit their tee shot, and they're focusing more on what other people are thinking about them than on what they're trying to do with the shot. So block out all that. You got to focus on your swing and your shot and where you're trying to hit the golf ball. It's so important to have a pre-shot routine. We hear all the time people talk about a pre-shot routine, and pros definitely have them, and they practice them all the time, and they make sure they stay in the routine. That way, if you stay in your routine and you're focusing on that, it'll help you be aware of what your mind is on. And you'll notice if your mind wanders to some distraction, or you happen to notice that there's out of bounds on the right, or you just don't feel prepared. It'll help you, you can stop and start over and make sure you are prepared. And it'll help you focus on the process, not the result that you're trying to get. So you got to keep your mind off of distractions, and you got to keep your mind off of what the other people around you are thinking. In fact, they really don't care. I mean, we have this image in our head that they're watching every move we make, and they're really concerned and really wanting to see where we hit it, and they're going to make fun of you if you don't hit it good. They're all worried about their own first tee shot. They don't care what you're doing. Just don't worry about that. Focus on what you're trying to do. And then hit a golf club that you feel comfortable with. Maybe you don't hit driver off the first tee. Hit something that you know you have a real good chance of hitting a good shot and just getting the ball in play. If you can make a good swing off the first tee and hit a good tee shot and get your round off to a smooth start, it really helps. So you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan, and you need to be focused. And then keep one simple swing thought. I have two different swing thoughts that I'll try on the first tee quite often. One is just keep my knees nice and still. If I can keep my lower body steady, a good chance I'm going to hit the golf ball solid. Or one of my favorites that I do all the time, not just on the first tee, is right before I take it back, I remind myself to try to keep my arms and my chest moving together. If my club and arms stay in front of my chest and everything rotates through together, I'm probably going to hit the golf ball reasonably solid and pretty straight. If I get my arms out of sync with my body, then I can get hit sideways. So I try to keep one simple, clear thought, stay focused, focus on the process, and try to give yourself time to get there and not be rushed so that you feel prepared and ready to go when you do get to the first tee. Now, my videos also talk about end-time prophecies, and I love to talk about them, and I talk to people all the time about it, and people will say, why are you always talking about that doomsday stuff? That's scary. Why do you talk about that? I don't want to think about that. And I maintain that it's not doomsday if you're prepared. Just like if you're prepared walking to the first tee, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable and you're going to feel ready. Well, if you see all these things happening and world events are scary to you, there's terrorist attacks and whatever's going on, and you see wars and whatever fears you have about current events, and then you hear somebody like me talking about how these signs are signs of the end times, if that scares you, then I would say that you're not prepared. If you have Jesus, if you have a relationship with Jesus and you are ready for his return, then we are living in the most exciting time in history to live. If you're not prepared, absolutely it's scary. It is doomsday. That is doomsday stuff for people who are not prepared. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you're prepared when you walk to the first tee, so you're comfortable over the shot and you're ready to take off and ready to start your round. And I also want you to prepare your heart and get ready for the return of Jesus, so you're ready to take off and go with him when he comes back. And then that way, these times will be exciting to you. Watching the news and reading your Bible, it'll come alive. It'll be amazing how it all comes together. End-time events are going to happen regardless of whether you're ready or not, whether you want them to or not. And are they going to come right away? They may. Are they going to come 50 years from now? They may. We really don't know. But without a doubt, all of the signs are coming together. And it's time to get prepared. Keep looking up. I feel like the return of Jesus is very close. Let's get ready.